Welcome everybody to Add Think Cutie. We are local Minnesota artists that go around to different events, and we're taking you on our day 0 setup for K-pop Minnecon 2025. They are a California-based group that are coming out to Minnesota. This is the first time that they have actually done this event, but it's taking place at the St. Paul River Center. And again, this is going to be a shorter video because this is a one-day event, but what you're seeing in the background are some of the newer pieces that we did actually make specifically for this event. Some are very K-pop themed or Demon Hunter movie themed, and again, just getting ready for fall as well. So we had a lot of fun just kind of creating. We had a little bit more time to actually get some things done after our last event, but here we go for setup day. All right, good thing the husband remembered. I almost forgot to do our video, but it is
Intro.
day 0. We're going to K-pop
Setup day.
Minnecon. I don't know what's going on with the hair here, but it is just a one-day event from 11 to 7. There are concerts that go later, but
we'll be packing up.
Yeah, we'll see. It's just one-day event, so I have no idea how this is going to go. It's the first time that they've been here, so we have no idea as far as goals. We just hope we make our space back, and well, of course we want to do better than that, so we'll see. Okay, so after struggling, we actually found where we're supposed to drive in. So we're actually in the loading dock area, and we drove underneath, but we went past it. We went onto a different road that was not the entrance or the exit. We went to another pass. It looked like an abandoned tunnel. So we're finally here. There was a little guard desk, but there's nobody at the guard. The guard is actually inside, and we're supposed to begin loading and unloading. We have like 30 minutes, but I'm behind other cars, so we're supposed to see what's going on here. I guess we don't drive through, but somehow we made it. We are under the belly of the River Center. I've never been down here before. That's where we came in, and it was like an unmarked, zero signage entranceway. We went into the dark other end. That was the exit. So we're just getting unloaded so that we can go in and find our space. Here we go. We have to figure out, we are in Exhibit Hall A. We have to figure out, I think we're in Exhibit Hall A, right? Are we in Exhibit Hall B? There's people setting up already. There's the big penguin. And I didn't show you guys, but here is our badge and what it looks like. It's really cute. There we go, but it is not laminated, so we're gonna have to be careful with it. Here's our spot. We're on the corner, but they don't have anything taped, so it's kind of loose as to what a 10 by 10 is, but we're just gonna measure with that, whoever did the post behind us. All right, here we are. We have our space, but we have our tables up. We just need to finish setting up, and we came in with some fellow creators. There's some people that we know here, but we're getting ready. And just trying to get things put together today. We have until 6 o'clock, and it's about 2:50 now. All right, there's the Huntrix from Demon Hunters, the movie. We're in the Kplay lobby of the St. Paul River Center, and here is the before. There's the Saja Boys, there's different photo apps, and here's where we came to get our badges. But check that out, that's the same thing that is on our badge. That is so cute. And here's what it looks like. This is just a small area, so it's not where the concerts are going to take place. But the duck store is here, and then there's other people that we've run into that we've met at other events, and some pretty large displays going on for other people. So I think we're all just kind of, people are getting tables set up, and we shall see what everything looks like and put together tomorrow. There's Nico. I'm getting bubble tea tomorrow. But here we are. Looks like there's another row behind. Just trying to figure out where exactly some of the aisles actually are. There's neighbors. Trying to figure out their layout. There's our new sign. I guess I need to steam it. And our tables are a little bit higher, so the edge of the tablecloths don't exactly line up. But it is now 4 o'clock, and we've been chatting, walking around, taking our time. So we've been here a little while, but that's what it's looking like. We have our other banner, our old vinyl banner on that side. They're both looking a little wrinkled, so we'll have to maybe get a portable steamer at some point. Alright, we probably did a lot of talking with other people that we know early when we first got here. It is now 5:22 and this is where we're at. I still have to put the earrings on my grid wall and then we're going to close up. I put extra tape up just to kind of protect things from like falling. We still have to bring the lights, but we are getting set up and then we're going to cover up and take off and go get some good dinner. We already rewarded ourselves with Tula Shore earlier this morning. And so I might rearrange the earrings. I usually put holidays on one side, but since we're kind of in the spooky season right now, I'll probably put them on both sides. There's some of my OC stuff. And again, I have the tape, but as you can see, it's a mixed media, so we hand make all the miniature sculptures, and then my husband designs and makes all the furniture for me. So everything from the shelving to the little figurines are all created by us. Alright, I think the dock is now closing at 6 o'clock, but I think we're all done. We just gotta put up our curtains. There we are. We are closed up for the evening. We're ready to go. Our neighbors right next to us still haven't shown up, so they must be having an easy setup. So here we go. There's your husband. All right, good morning. We are here on Saturday. This is a one-day K-pop event. This is the first time they've been here. We don't know how it's gonna go because it's our first time event with this group. It is K-pop Minnecon, and they're here from, I believe it begins at like 11, and we're only there until 7. And then we have to break down, but I believe there's concerts and things going on until 10 p.m. tonight. So I don't know if we're gonna kind of pack up and then go back and see what things are about, but we may be too tired. We'll see how today goes. We don't know how many people are gonna show up. We just hope it's a really good crowd and that we have fun, just like at other what I would call like the anime cons or the Comic-Con things that we go to. So.
Yeah, they pour a lot of advertising. Yeah. We saw a big billboard for the event, and the name is fitting because it's here in Minnesota. Yeah. So they gave the title Minnecon. So yeah, we're looking forward to it.
Yes, and they did recruit a lot at other events that are at other conventions that we've been to. So hopefully that draws in more people and they sell a lot of tickets. All right, we'll see you there.
Right, now that I've got my caffeine for the day can begin properly. And I'm wearing my usual blue shirt here for events. This one is different, and what I've done is created 3 specific designs tailored for this event. So it's a nice trend that I will work to continue as we do different anime and K-pop events coming up. So just wanted to share that little tidbit, and I'll be doing more snippets here as the day goes on.
It looks like there's maybe a country singer that's going to be playing at Roy Wilkins because all of his tour semis are here to unload. There's his like 4 or 5 trucks. Just waiting for traffic. Had parked across the street. And here we are. Just our small load today. Here's early in the morning. There's the duck store. And here we are.
Sorry. Well, you're not. I just walked away.
Everybody's getting all set up. It actually doesn't officially start until like 11 o'clock. But look, here's a group that we know, and then here's the other group that we helped rearrange and set up. Good morning, everybody. I'm probably gonna have to voice over because they have music in the background already started, but here we are. We have to get everything plugged in, get our lights on, and looks like everybody else is kind of doing the same. It's not, I thought, supposed to start until 10, but there are people kind of coming in and getting badged. It looks like they're already at the front. They have refreshments and condiments already open. Here are the other areas of the vendors. And I don't know where the concert group is going to be going, but I'm guessing it's where the loud music is coming from. So we're gonna walk and take a look. All right, so some of the events will be taking place in the Wilkins exhibit hall. Most of their schedules and everything were online on their website at K-pop Minnecon. And I'm just walking around here, but that's kind of where the random K-Play dance is going to be happening. And then some of the other stuff is going to be in the Roy Wilkins exhibit hall. All right, it was kind of a rush to get in here. We had some parking changes that we had to do because there was a ramp that we thought was open that wasn't to the public. And but we are here. We've already had some sales, and we're not really supposed to start until 11, but they are letting people through. Oh, excuse me, never mind the sneeze there. But we do have everything out, and we had to kind of make a mad switch because we expanded our table outward a little bit. So that's what everything is looking like. And I do have some new, like, Howells. There's Dean and other characters, and we have some Huntress items. And here's our new little soju keychain. We also have earrings, and I love K-pop. Of course, we have glow in the darks, and then lots of different like kawaii theme, and some that are based off of animations and different characters. So we are here and we're ready to go. Had to kind of do a rush setup, but you can see from a distance, here's our other old banner. But there's some of our things. So we do have a combination. So we do have some that are, again, really unique designs that we've created. And we did do the little clicker. So there's a Korean hat clicker right there. And we, of course, have design. Let me see if I can find it. Here it is. We have the bow clickers. And those have been popular. So we have different things, as you can see, lots of flexible animals. There's our glow in the dark collection right there. All right, too close to the speakers, but the first purchase I did was, of course, bubble tea. They made a peach blossom ube cream from Nico Nico's, and those are exclusive to this event. All right, after my delicious bubble tea, which I would get again at the Mall of America because they have a couple locations there, I did walk around and I wanted to get permission from Caitlin here to be able to show her booth, and she said yes, but she did not want to be in it. So I just thought it was really cute the way that she had the whole entire table set up. Now these tables are 6 foot by 3 foot, and you got 2 chairs and a table. And then you could request additional tables, and I had to take note of the little cardboard cutouts of the K-pop stars. So there were people that were doing photos with them, and it was just a lot of fun going around and seeing. And there is a mix of people that do kind of like resell just different like K-pop merchandise, K-pop trading cards. The K-pop trading cards seem to be the most popular item there. They did have some food and refreshments, and oh my gosh, you guys, we got 2 beverages, bottles of like soda, $10, $5 each per bottle. So yeah, they weren't too strict about enforcing some policies, at least for the artists and the vendors. So people could have brought in like their water bottles and things like that, because that's an outrageous price to pay for something to drink. So there were some crochet, there were jewelry people there. There were a lot of people that were also doing like custom pre-made like nails that you could have put on, acrylic nails. Like that's one of them right there. And then again, just different kinds of mediums. So there were a mix of artists and other people who were just kind of like small business resellers within the K-pop theme. And this exhibit space was kind of like smaller than I expected, but I mean, it's a first year event.
Okay, we're in. I'm just doing a quick browse through here. We're actually walking through the exhibit hall area into the auditorium to the Roy Wilkins. They are going to be having YouTube sensations do a K-pop dance workshop, and I believe that is in this area where the concert is also supposed to be taking place later today. But I guess this is maybe where they're going to be having the dancing. This is the Roy Wilkins, which is interesting. So I guess that's why those trucks were lined up outside for the next event that's going to be taking place, and they're probably unloading somewhere in the dock area or the back, but they're supposed to be having the workshop here. So, but I do not see the teachers here that are supposed to be giving the dance instructions. Okay, I see the videographer setting up, but that's what it looks like.
Yeah, feel free to, if you feel that you're comfortable leaving your bag on the side, feel free to put your belongings on the side. Make sure you have enough space around you, and take this time to do a quick warm-up. I'll do a quick introduction. So hello everyone, I'm Ellen.
I'm Brian.
Thank you all for coming. We're super excited to be here.
Yes.
We're an American couple who does K-pop dance covers, dance tutorials, and lifestyle content on YouTube and all the social media platforms. So really excited to be here. It's our first time in Minnesota. So yeah, we've had an amazing time so far. And today we're actually going to be teaching NC27's Fact Check.
Yeah, we had the amazing opportunity to dance with NCT 127 recently from KCON LA Dream Stage, and it was a tough process, but we made it, and it was an amazing experience. So we want to teach this piece to you guys. How many of you guys are ready?
So we'll each be teaching half of the chorus, and then if he's facing the front, I'll be facing the back, so you can see just so you know, yeah, the directions.
Cool. And then for this, you guys ready? Do you guys prefer me to face this way while I'm teaching? This way, and then Ellen will be facing you guys. All right.
Okay.
All right. I will be here on the sound. Okay, so we're gonna go 2 hands up, twirling up like this to your mouth. And at the same time, you're gonna stamp your left foot on the floor on 8 and jump. Okay, so everything at the
Now, the teachers Ellen and Brian do have their own YouTube channel, and they also do teach online and with other individuals. They also have worked with K-pop idols. So you can find them online. And then I came back downstairs from the Roy Wilkins Auditorium Exhibit Hall A and just kind of went to see what was going on. You could do like a 360 like K-pop idol experience, and then I saw this panda. I had to, of course, get video of the ginormous panda that was like 9-10 feet tall, and you could hear the little fan going near its butt to keep everything inflated. After waving goodbye to the giant panda, I had to take you back into the entrance area where you would come in off the street and go down the little elevators after security. Or escalators, I should say, and steps. There you were greeted so you could get a badge, and then there's their merchandise area, and there's, of course, their giant K-pop mini blow-up where you could do photo opportunities. They did have different opportunities available throughout the hall and different areas listed on their website for all the activities in the schedule taking place for the day.
All right, look at the K-pop demon hunters. There's the pigeon, and look at those beautiful feathers. Oh my gosh, thank you. All right, hey everybody, it is about 1:30 and I'm just doing a quick check-in, but there is music playing in the background, so I don't know if you're going to be able to hear me, but again, I would say the flow of traffic has been steady. We still have some people looking right now. My husband's kind of watching everything while I do this, but yeah, I would say for the first time event, it's been steady. They have different activities, and there's a good amount of space between booths, and it looks like everybody's kind of participating and also having sales as well. So that's always a good sign. And there's different activities to do. There's panels, there's dancing, there's a dance competition that has probably started already upstairs. And then there's also people kind of random play dancing, and lots of people walking around and looking at everything. So I always like these kind of festivals and also the conventions, so having a good time. Nothing exciting. Convention food, cheeseburger, and another boba. Had to video quick because I see a giant Pokeball backpack. I don't know if I've seen one that big as far as like backpacks go before.
Rose is a K-pop trainee who trained with RBW alongside Mamamoo before their debut. Rose has carried their passion for dance ever since. To Rose, dancing isn't just a skill, it's a source of joy and a light for their soul, continuing to shape their journey and self-expression every day. We're gonna let you know it's about to get wicked in here.
Sorry, K-pop fans, I am voicing over this because of YouTube copyright, but again, I just wanted to catch a glimpse because I had to always go back to our space to see the competition and what it was like. And so they get a little intro before they go and they dance in front of Ellen and Brian. So they were the judges, and this took place, I think, over like a chunk of, I want to say like 2 to 3 hours, and it is something you did have to actually apply to be in, and there was like a cutoff for the number that they would accept, and there was actually a really good sized prize of like $500 for the winner, so everybody was just kind of sitting down and watching, and I have to say it was really good to see this kind of competition. It was one of the first times that I actually saw a K-pop competition live, and also the random Kplay dancing as well live, which was actually a lot of fun because I finally got to see it instead of having to watch it on YouTube, but you'll be watching it on YouTube as well, so I hope you can also get to a K-pop event so that you can see it in person too.
All right, Vivian has been a K-pop fan since 8th grade and now participates in the K-pop club at her school. Her favorite K-pop groups are aespa, and because of their fire music. So she hopes you enjoy the performance.
All right, I only stayed up there for a couple competitors before I went back down because I didn't want to leave my husband too long, because I just wanted to make sure that he had his breaks in as well. We took turns walking around because we were underneath a vent that was again blowing cold air. right on us. So it's like we would walk around just to kind of warm up and also just to kind of like stretch and keep our bodies moving. But I probably stood way too much at this event, and I needed to take like a hot shower afterward because my muscles were like so sore and stiff, and I probably will be sore and stiff tomorrow. But I hope you enjoy seeing the little competition here and the different activities that they had going on. Again, this is going to be a shorter video because this is only a one-day event that we did attend. Well, while I was upstairs, there were people downstairs in front of the speakers just kind of grooving and having their own fun doing the random Kplay.
All right, so we bought from the Geek Boutique. We do know them, and one of them has a 3D printer, and they made Derpy.
Now, I kept going back because the music was playing and I was having a lot of fun kind of dancing in my artist space. And we did have kind of like a lot of, I think maybe up here in Minnesota, a little bit of a shy dancers that wanted to go out there but didn't want to go out alone. But again, we did have groups having fun, dancing along to the different K-pop songs.
All right, it is about 3 o'clock. They do have like loud music, but they were just random Kplay dancing. Hopefully I'll be able to show some of that. But there is an artist who's going to be performing up in the Roy Wilkins Auditorium. So it is kind of emptied out a little bit again. And yeah, we shall see. Hopefully it picks up again because we are still here until like 7 o'clock.
There were just so many people just having fun, playing with all the different experiences that they had out on the floor.
Alright, so there is some celebrity, and if you check this out, the line for him goes all the way down here. But they're all waiting in line for their meet and greet. Right there.
Now, don't come at me if I get this wrong. I believe that this was for Ramiro Brave, but they had, I couldn't get too close because they have things taped off and they had a really long line. But this is one example of the meet and greets and things that they had going on for K-pop Minnecon. All right. I was trying not to be too creepy, but at least capture a little bit of like closer ups, I would say, for all the K-pop fans.
Record who was here. I think. All right, too bad I didn't get it. It is now 4:40. Down there, I personally just cleaned up a spill. Somebody had dropped their little boba accidentally, and it spilled. Somebody in their party slid the ice cubes underneath our table with their foot. So I'm like, I went and I cleaned it up before it became too messy. But I think we're like halfway to kind of like our daily goal that we always talk about. So again, it's kind of coming in spurts here. But there's a long line still for, I think, the celebrity like autographs over there. So maybe that's like part of the traffic being maybe over for the signatures. All right, 5:21. There's the panda like dancing around over here. I think the Kplay dancing's still going on. There's the panda. And then there's the Kplay.
All right. I had to go back to look at everything because I was dancing in my space and had to go see just kind of who was dancing, and it was a lot of fun. Sometimes I do wish, though, that they would kind of like box in or put up some kind of like plexiglass or something around the Kplay dance area just to kind of reduce the sound, and also for, I mean, it's kind of selfish, but us, you know, those of us who do vlog, so that we don't have to voice over like this. I mean, it was a lot of fun. but again, copyrighted music. So, and then everybody rushed out for this dance. It was a lot of fun just to see everybody and like how well they know the dances. I don't know all the dances, but it's a lot of fun to see people who do, who just love having fun and love K-pop. All right, speaking of fans, they had photo card trading for the boyfriend cards, the K-pop star cards. They had different like backdrop for photo opportunities. They even had bracelet trading going on. Well, because I'm a curious cat, I mean, I had to go over and take a look at the line again to see the meet and greet star again, and it was still really long. So this went on for, they were there, I think, from like a window of like, I want to say like 3 to 6 p.m. So just meeting and greeting fans and everything. And they had different stations and things set up for everybody. So again, another activity. So again, in the afternoon, I would say starting at about 2 o'clock, you can see the aisles are emptier. People were again waiting in line or going to different things. And again, it just started to slow down again. So there's not as many crowds. So here I am making my way back to our booth, but again, there's only a few people just kind of walking around.
It is 6:30. As you can see, the people behind us and tables right there, they're kind of flexible with the time and packing up slow, but you can see there's a line already started for the beginning of the concerts. So it's going into the Wilkins exhibit hall, and they're just waiting because lineup started at 6:30. But we're getting ready to pack down. I would say for a one-day event, it was kind of hard, but I think we did okay.
All right, I had to quick chase this whole family because they were dressed up in the Demon Huntrix outfits. So the little girls were so cute because they had the little roomy hair, and so did the mom, and they were like just adorable.
All right, that is it. We're packing up. We're starting to. It is now close to 7 o'clock, and the concert has begun, so pretty much everybody left to go to the concerts. Right, you can see it's empty. There's still some of us that have bigger booths. You can see the husband way behind that column with the grid wall still up. So we're all packed down and we're getting ready to go. There's a concert that's going on for people who did purchase the ticket, but we're just trying to pack down so we can get out of here at a decent hour and head home. But that's it for K-pop Minnecon.
All right, when I was going to get the car, again, I would just mention that if you're going to the River Center and you are going to be a vendor there at any point, you may have to drive around the block. You can see down West 7th, and you turn right before you would turn onto the corner of Kellogg Boulevard, which runs directly on the ground floor of the River Center, because you have to get down into the underbelly of the River Center where the docks are, and that short little stretch was like maybe 200 feet, but you actually turn to go in right before, and you go into an area that looks abandoned because it's a empty guard shack, and you turn there maybe 100 feet down on Eagle Parkway. So right where that yield sign is with the bar on the corner, you turn right, and it's a weird one-way, so there's no other way to get around there unless you kind of go around the block because of the one-ways that are in St. Paul and the way that cross traffic works. But again, yeah, it's a little bit hard to navigate, and I would say Google Maps did not help us with this part.
Alright, I managed to actually back in okay, you guys, the first time. It's a miracle. Alright. Hopefully I left enough room for the people next to me. Alright, here we are. Going back into the exhibit hall. Checking our pack down. We're done with our show. somehow he got it all done by himself. All right, I think he's got the first load ready for me. Good job.
Well, it is the end of our first K-pop Minnecon here, 2025. So as far as first attendance, again, it was kind of like a one-day slow event. There were several different things going on, and some of them did take the audience up to a different area for, there's like a K-pop dance competition, and then there was also like the YouTube vloggers, Brian and Alan, were also teaching. So I think there's also another concert going on right now as we speak, and we're also sharing the dock with a country singer right now, because I think they have a show that's going to be going on too. But all in all, I would say like this may compare to like our first day of big Minneapolis anime, which for a first year show is going to be lower. I don't know if we met like our daily goal, but we did have, again, it was okay, but because it's a one-day event, it's a little bit harder to tell. And we're actually seeing our friend Andy, I think, pull up behind us for Geek Boutique. But yeah, you know, I think, would we do this again? Yeah, and let's hope maybe it'll grow into a 2-day event, or they're gonna have like maybe bigger headliners, because the headliners B-Max couldn't come. So hopefully maybe they'll get bigger names, and they're from California. I did talk to them for a little bit, so hopefully they will return and get bigger. All right. Bye. All right, before we go, any final thoughts? What do you think of K-pop Minnecon at the St. Paul River Center for their first year?
I think we have to have more pieces that are on point with the theme.
Oh, so number one things that we did see that were moving really quickly are, again, like the boyfriend cards, or like the K-pop star cards. The trading cards for those were going very quickly, and they were selling a lot. So I think everything is kind of like more, it is a K-pop event, so it's definitely more K-pop themed.
If I can grow my collection of designs, I think that we would just do better and better.
Yeah, but again, we have a lot of stock then for our next one, which is in 2 weeks at another beginner show. So it's Anime Wonder, and it's going to be at the State Fairgrounds again. So we have to, again, prep and maybe make a few things. So it's like I did sell some bigger pieces. So some of our new pieces that we've done, like the moon shelves and everything, have did go, and so we'll see. Maybe that one we'll do a little bit more at. So, all right. Goodbye, St. Paul River Center. We're out of here. And just trying to see that we're not going to get run over by any buses or anything. I see some other vendors are still packing up that have big trailers, or they did the double booths, but we're out of here again. So there's lights here, but watch this. Once this store opens, it looks, you go into some scary, like haunted looking place.
Takes a sec.
Maybe more than a second. I don't know if it's not sensing us or what. Oh, it finally did. I had to go over this little yellow line that you're not seeing. Oh my gosh, there's actually lights on. So during the day, there's no lights and it's dark. They actually have like some kind of street light, so it's actually not quite as scary. And it did rain while we were inside. Had no idea, but it's cold up here this week in Minnesota. Here we are, going through the apocalypse area. I don't know how the concert buses do this, man. It's very tight back here.
Or that semi truck.
Yeah, I don't know how they get out of here, honestly.
It's so tight. Time to go home. Now we're back around the block that I had to go around to get to the one-way street, so. Deja vu, we're back at Casetta corner again. With the Basilica in the distance, but we are actually going to be turning into construction zone on West 7th.
Again, remember to please like, share, and subscribe. And thank you again, everybody, for coming out to visit us. Here's our list of upcoming events that we will also vlog until the end of the year. Goodbye.